Hi everybody, sanibonani, welcome to my channel. Igama lami Ntando Mdletshe, and on this channel sikhuluma ngama-reality TV shows, ama-celebrities kanye nama-YouTubers. Listen you guys, if it's your first time joining me today or you have been around but for some reason you forgot to subscribe, there is a subscribe button la ngezansi and a notification bell. By the way, I can see you mawubuka ungasubscribe. Ngiyakubona ngiyakubona. Subscribe. Anyway, you guys, I want to talk about this old recycled beef, that has been successfully recycled here on social media. I guess I can't really say that it's on YouTube because there's lives on Instagram, and then there's mention of Twitter, and then there's YouTube. Okay, and it's two YouTubers, Naledi and Yarm. You guys, I started watching Naledi already when the beef between her and Kayams had already, the fights basically, the Happily fight had already happened. And I think that it had just happened because she was still talking about it on her channel. And okay, I don't really watch her because honestly I don't watch her kind of content, but I would go to her channel to watch if there's something going on with her. If there's a story going on with her, I will go watch her channel. So for me, you guys, I don't know them as friends. I know them as enemies. Okay, so I got to know of them as enemies. So they were enemies already. But even listening to the stories that they're telling on how the Happily fight got to happen, for me, I feel like they were never really friends. It sounds like they've always been frenemies, and they moved from being frenemies to being enemies, And honestly, you guys, I do feel like it's very difficult to build like genuine friendships when it comes to people that you meet through work on social media. I have met really like wonderful people that I communicate with on a consistent basis, but you have to be conscious of the fact that these are people that you have met online, and in a way, when you build relationships, you have to keep that arm's length relationship with them so that you safeguard your heart. You can't go all in like this is somebody that you've known since childhood. And I think that's a mistake that sometimes people make when they meet people through social media work. Okay, so for me, I think the thing that I don't understand about these two is that they act like this was the end of the friendship that was like, somebody that you've been friends with since childhood, and then you went to high school with, and your families know each other, and your kids know each other, and your husbands, and you went on holidays together, and all of that. They act like it was that kind of a friendship. But when you listen to the story, it wasn't really that friendship, and it wasn't even a friendship that was that long for it. For the fight to be that deep. Okay, I don't understand it, you guys. Maybe I'm just too old to even get it, And I feel like when a friendship ends, first, as a woman, you have to understand that when it comes to friendships, some friendships come and go, and you have to be able to identify a friendship that is just there for like a season. And when that seasonal friendship ends, you have to be able to accept to go to the friendship has ended. And also, in the fight to end the friendship, don't put more effort into ending the friendship, more effort than the effort you put in while in the friendship. So if you've had a friendship that lasted 3 months, is it really worth it to fight with somebody for 3 years? It just doesn't make sense for me. Like, I would fight that long about the end of the friendship if the friendship really lasted that long. That is the thing for me that is not making sense with these two women. It does not sound like they were friends for a very long time, but they have fought for longer than they have been friends about something that sounds even petty. Okay, because the beginning of the fight, the way that they tell it, because I thought that when Naledi comes back to say to us, listen guys, I'm about to tell you the truth of what happened with this friendship, I thought it was going to be something bigger, but she's still talking about the Happily, and she's still talking about the ex, and and she's not even saying something serious. Maybe one of these people maybe slept with her ex or something like that. No, somebody was flirting with her ex, and then there was a hubby, and then they fought about the hubby, and then since 2019 they've been fighting. Like, really, honestly, ladies. Like, honestly, like, really. And the thing about it is that I do feel like when you on social media and you have a following, you have to be very careful on how you respond, because bayahlohlana abantu online, ama followers bayahlohlana. So I do feel like Naledi, even though she was done with the issue, when Yarm's mentioned it in her video, because the video was not really about this issue, but I think this was an attempt by Yarm's to redirect attention from her relationship, because of course there's things that are going on with her relationship. Her man is allegedly cheating, and allegedly he might possibly be HIV positive. We don't know, and she even felt the pressure to reveal her HIV status because of that. And I think she was dying to redirect attention to something else, and I think there was an attempt on her part to say, guys, please don't look here, but look here and look this side, okay? And she did it successfully, because nobody is really talking about her relationship that much. Now we're talking about this beef that is like old and supposed to have died and buried. Now we're talking about it, okay? So I feel like Naledi, when she heard, because she did not come across Yarm's video by herself, that did not happen. Somebody let her know that, you know what, Yarm's is talking about the issue with you on her channel. And let me tell you something. If somebody comes to you and say, listen, bakhuluma ngawe ngalena, and this is what they're saying, you need to check it out. By the time you go to listen to what the person is saying, you already have a certain attitude. You already heated, because you are like, I can't believe that she's talking about that issue anymore. What is she lying about? Because our viewers, they enjoy the back and forth between creators. They enjoy the back and forth between influencers. It's enjoyable to watch the drama. So obviously, whoever was telling her, because she says that people were telling her that Yarm's is talking about the issue, I'm sure she went to Yarm's video already heated and already having a plan on how she was going to respond to the video. So even if Yarm's video was not a video that would have under normal circumstances upset Naledi, had Naledi come across that video herself and watched it, she probably, maybe there's a possibility that she wouldn't be as heated afterwards. But because she already had people that were saying, listen, she's talking about you and she's lying again, this is what she's saying, go and check it out, then it made the situation even worse. Okay, I feel like creators need to be careful of this, because as much as your followers love you, but your followers like to see you in the mess. They do, they honestly do. And the love that people give you on social media is not the same as the love you get genuinely from people that know you, your friends, your family. So you have to make sure that you don't confuse the two. Just because online they say, oh, we love you, Naledi, you know what, Yarm's is talking about you, that's not really it's not real love, it's online love. And with online love, people that love you online also love to see you in the mess, because if they did not like to see you in the mess, they wouldn't be telling you about the mess. Because telling Naledi about that video that Yarm's had done, so that she gets heated and goes and watches it, and then after that she feels the pressure to respond, that's like you are making sure that she gets in the mess. Okay, do I feel like it was necessary for Naledi to respond? Honestly, you guys, I don't know, because I'm not in that situation. But one thing I have learned about online beefs is that the thing that makes the beef last longer is responding. Because when you respond, sometimes you respond thinking, I'm going to respond and this is what I'm going to say and close the situation. And in trying to close it, you open another can of worms, and then another one, and then the other person responds as well and opens another can of worms, and then you respond, and then it can be it can last forever. And I don't think that wherever they are, okay, Arms and Naledi, they are happy with this situation, because it is exhausting to have to keep up with the back and forth, and have to keep up with whether people believe you or they believe okay Arms, or whether they believe Naledi. It is, I can tell you right now that it is exhausting for them. I do wish that okay Arms had just let the situation die, because it looked like they had let it go, but I also, since she had mentioned it, I also wish that Naledi had not responded, because now it just seemed like it's going on and on and on. But guys, I feel like sometimes for yourself, when you have a situation like that, when a friendship has ended, okay, because what surprises me about this situation is that nobody takes accountability. Everybody is a victim. In this situation, everybody is a victim. Nobody is saying, I did this wrong, but I was done wrong here too. And when a friendship ends, there's usually two parts to it. Like, what can you own for yourself in the fight? What can you own when in the ending of the friendship? If you already knew that this person did not like you, was not really a friend but a frenemy, why were you still hanging out with them? What was in it for you to still be there around them, even though you knew that they were not really your friend? And that's the thing for me that I'm not buying from both the ladies, that they acting like they are both 100% victims, and it makes me not believe any of their stories. There's something there that you are not telling us. If you are going to tell us that 100% in this situation you were the victim, and you were being victimized by the other person, okay, I would believe somebody that comes here and say, listen, when it comes to this situation, this is where I personally went wrong in this situation. However, this is how I was done wrong, okay? And the other person also to say that I feel like we have heard Yarm's side of the story, and we are hearing Naledi's story too. And somewhere in between, you guys, there is the truth, whether you want to believe it or not. I know you are likely to believe your faith, but I feel like for me, I don't know the truth, because honestly, I do not believe that any of them can be 100% victims. And as long as both of them are acting like they were 100% victimized, I don't believe them. I feel like somewhere in between there is the truth. But more than that, I do feel like it's about time that they just let go of the friendship. They were never really friends. They never liked each other. They don't like each other right now. That friendship is not up for repairs. It's never going to be repaired. So what are you fighting for? What are you fighting about? If a person doesn't like you, they're never going to say something kind about you. If a person doesn't like you, you're never really going to get an apology for the things that they did to you. If a person doesn't really like you, they're never going to take responsibilities for the bad things that they did to you. So now and then they're going to mention you, and when they do mention you, it's not going to be good. Now and then they're going to mention you, and when they do, it's not going to be something positive. So what are you going to do for yourself to let go of the situation? You can't say, I'm letting go of the situation only if the other person doesn't speak about it, because then you haven't let go, because the other person then is in control. Somebody between these two ladies have to decide that, you know what, it's about time now. I'm letting go of this situation. I've told my story. People that believe me can believe me. If they don't, it's okay, and stop expecting that the person that doesn't like you, a person that never liked you, was your frenemy from the beginning, will ever tell the truth about the person that you believe that you are, because they never saw you as that person from the beginning, because they were never really your friend. So if you're going to let go of the situation, just let go. Even if they speak badly of you, don't pay attention to it, or don't respond to it, because that's what happens when people don't like you. When a person doesn't like you, they don't say good things about you. So are you gonna be behind them all the time? Every time they say something negative about you, you are responding. Then you're going to be in this cycle that is never going to end, because the person doesn't like you. They don't care much about you. Every time they think about you, they think something negative. So every time they talk about you, they're going to talk about something negative. I feel like this beef should have been done long time ago. Ladies, you don't like each other. Be over it. Okay, even if you hear that the person was talking about it, be like, okay, I already know it was negative because the person doesn't like you. It's like they're fighting so that they can repair friendship one day, but we already know that the friendship is never going to be repaired, guys. Please give us new beef. We are tired of recycled beef from 2019. We've had enough, okay? We've had enough. This is all beef, all news. Okay. Thank you so much for watching this video. Tell me what you think about this in the comment section, and also like the video before Pumegona. Share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Ntando kakhulu.